Morning guys, how are we doing today? Sorry there's not been much content for a few days. I've been waiting on a lock-in wheel nut. Well, I've been trying to source one. I managed to find one on eBay for £25. So that finally came in the post this morning. So today we will be getting the tyres done, 2 front tyres as it needs those, and I will be doing the rear brake pads which I collected yesterday from the local motor factors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace front parking sensor, and I will show you why I am doing that. So when I activate the parking sensors, it comes up with a warning. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you, and from what I can see on the sonar on the display screen, it's indicating the front left parking sensor. So I will video as much of that as possible whilst I change it. Again, it's going to be a little bit fiddly with taking the bumper off and so on. So I'll do my best to record what I can whilst I can. But again, just bear with me on this. So yeah, let me flip the camera around, show you why I know that the fault is likely to be in the front left. And then we'll go out of the car, crack on and start trying to take this bumper off. So on your display, when I go to activate the parking sensors, as you can see straight away, I get a display message saying to check sonar, and the front left is flashing. I have tested it when I'm parking, and all the other sensors do seem to start picking up ultrasound signals when I'm getting close to objects. So from what the display's saying and from what I can see through my own sort of examinations and observations, it is the front left sensor that's out. So like I say, we'll jump out of the car. I've got to remove the front bumper to do it, so I will start cracking on with that. I'll try and record what I can whilst I can. Okay guys, so what I've done is, because taking the bumper off, in honesty, it could be a whole headache. It's not too bad to do, but if it's unnecessary, there's no point in stripping the whole bumper off. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a shortcut now, which hopefully, if you have to do this yourself, it will help you out on the job. So as you can see on our Lexus front sensors, there's one in either corner. As you can see, I've got this out now. So to remove the bumper, if you do ever have to, you've got these screws up here. They're usually clipped on to an under tray just at the bottom. What I've done, as you can see, this side of the bumper's loose. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but you have 2 trim pieces here, so this will sit just in that little lip back there, this bit of plastic. You've got a little self-tapper style flathead screw, so you just rotate it 45 degrees, then pull it out. You've got a 10mm bolt which sits just up here, so when this pops back in, the bolt bracket for the bumper there, bolt goes in there. That's just a normal 10mm screw. You can use a screwdriver, but I'd use a 10mm if you can, because it saves rounding the screw off. That should then give you enough to pull the bumper forward. It is a bit of a squeeze, yes, but you can pull it enough to get your hand in there and access the sensor. This is your parking sensor bracket. So once your sensor is in, then it's very difficult. Let me just pop you guys. So once your sensor is fed through your bumper, this just slides in. Might be the other way, but essentially it slides into that bracket. I will try and show you once it's done. Can confirm that this sensor was the issue, because the pins, I don't know how well you see on the camera, the pins have corroded. The actual plug itself has snapped off the back, so the loom is hanging around in here. So I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but the plastic is actually stuck in the loom, so I'm gonna get that out now probably some long nose pliers or something whilst I press the plug, and then I'm gonna fit the new sensor on, and that should solve our issue. So now, as you can see, side by side, the plug had snapped off of this. I've managed to retrieve it out of the plug. This is genuine Toyota. Lexus and Toyota share parts, as I've previously mentioned. So if you look, the part numbers do match. There's just the end number, which is just for a slightly newer version, but they are exactly the same fit. So that goes in there, and it will, with a bit of wiggling, you want to just get it in there, squeeze it round, get behind, and pop on your bracket, which I probably won't be able to video, same as wiggling this in, so it's pretty much a two-handed job. So I'll get that in. I'll try and get a video once the bracket's on, so you can see the position that it goes. Okay, so the parking sensor is now in. As you can see, you have the prongs which sit against the bumper. The flat part that comes out sits on the opposite side of the plug so that you're able to get the plug on. Took 30 seconds to stick that in, so I'll now plug it in. Before I put the bumper back together, we'll start the car, test that the parking sensors don't detect a fault anymore. Okay, so we are now in the car. We go to the parking sensor menu, turn that on straight away, no faults. So we have fixed that issue. So what I'll do now is I'll put the bumper back on, and we're good to go. That's one more little thing sorted with the Lexus. So we've slotted our bumper back in. As you can see, lines up nice and flush. So we're going to stick this bolt in up here, which is your 10mm. Again guys, so sorry about the filming, just bear with. I will be upgrading my camera soon. So that's going to go in there, going to get you 10mm, going to tighten that up. Then we're going to, once that's in, we're going to pop our trim in, which I'll try and get on video for you. And that's the bumper then back together. So I will catch up with you in a minute. Okay, so the easiest way to do these is to push these kips. Once there's no screws and stuff in them, you just push them that way, they'll come out. Slide your plastic into the brackets at the back. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me pull this one back out. So just slide your plastic in between the two little flanges at the back. You can then push back, get all this behind. What you want to do is you just want to push all this to line up. So again, it's a bit two-handed because you need all this lining behind. So I'll get that done, and then I will show you guys once we're finished with that. I do apologise guys, I didn't take a video at the very end. The neighbour come out and started speaking to me, but as you can see, here is the finished result. It looks amazing now. Just got to paint it. I've got the paint on order, so hopefully that'll be here soon. I want to give you guys a massive thank you for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe, share. Every little bit helps. The support so far has been amazing. So I'll see you guys in the next video.